Hey, what's up? Today we're going to talk about how marketing actually works and how you can acquire more customers for your small business. Let's take a look at the blackboard here. So I talk to a ton of small business owners, dozens of small business owners on a weekly basis, as you might imagine. And there's a very, very big misunderstanding of what marketing actually is, how it works, how you can actually acquire new customers, how much it costs and what the different, tactics you can use to do that are. So I'm going to give you a couple examples, and this might stick out. You might recognize yourself in one of these. We have the people that only want new customers tomorrow. They want new clients, new customers, new patients, and they want them today and they want them fast, and they don't care what it takes. Okay. Those are you that fall into the direct response category of marketers. You want money and you want it now. That can come across as pretty needy if you're always running promotional deals and you have nothing else going on besides, hey, come in and pay me money. I'm going to offer you a great deal because I need your business. It comes across as needy. Then you have the people, even small business owners, who say, I want to be the Apple computers of my industry. I want to be the Apple computers of local butcher shops, or I want to be the Apple computers of dentistry, right? And you kind of living with your head in the clouds. Nobody, you kind of come with this idea that you want people to pay you more for your services than they would pay somebody else. And that's possible. That's obviously not impossible because many businesses have done that. But you have to know how to do it, and you have to be willing to invest a lot of money in your marketing to make that happen. Not all of you are actually willing to do that. And then there's the third category, which is the people that are completely lost, and this is a lot of you, sorry to say. You want customers right now. You want 100 customers. You want to launch the magical Facebook ad. Just put it out there put it out there on the line, and 100 customers are going to show up to your business, whether that's e-com or a brick and mortar store. 100 customers, they're going to show up tomorrow, and they're all going to pay $5,000 a pop, and you're going to retire and live in the Bahamas and never have to do anything again. No, you're not going to have to run a sale. You're not going to have to do a promotion. It's just place that magical Facebook ad, and voila, everything happens. And that's completely absurd. You're going to have to choose your tactics. Do I want to invest in a long-term strategy and build my brand over time, or do I want to get some customers in my doors right now? So that's the choice you have to make. So let's talk a little bit more in detail about the two schools of thought, which are brand-based marketing and direct response-based marketing. Okay? So brand is really more concerned with being top of mind, right? You want to position your brand. Or in the case of a lot of local businesses, your brand might not be your logo. Your brand might actually be your face. You want to put out videos with your face, show people who you are, talk about the things that you're passionate about, and you'll be positioning yourself as the expert in your area. So if you're a chiropractor and you're concerned with helping people get out of pain, there's a lot of videos you could create that would help people get out of pain. And for their minor issues, you will be positioning yourself as someone who can help them. And then when they have a more major issue, they'll actually come to you for help. That's a long-term strategy. It doesn't work overnight, but it does work very well. You want to kind of put yourself as the authority. By the way, you can also position yourself in a different way. You could position yourself as the low-cost option, Walmart, right? We'll beat anyone's price. That's another way to position yourself. But the bottom line is it's not so much concerned with having someone come in and pay you immediately. It's more concerned with making sure everyone knows who you are and that they're going to come to you eventually when they're ready. It costs a lot of money, and it does take time. That's a clock, in case you couldn't tell. I'm a really good artist. A lot of times when I have a small business that comes to me and they say, You know, we don't want to offer any sort of promotional prices. We don't want to do any sort of sale. We don't want to do anything like that that's going to cheapen our brand. You know, we want people to come pay full price. I say, fine, cool, that's very doable. Are you prepared to invest money in high-end, world-class video to market your business? Can we make some videos, you know, and some, you know, might be as low as, you know, tens of thousands up to hundreds of thousands of dollars in production based on what people want. And then you're going to have to invest in advertising those videos, actually getting them in front of people to see what you're doing. Are you prepared to invest that from a few thousand to tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars? Then they change their tune a little bit. Well, maybe I don't want to build a brand. Maybe I'm not ready for that. So if you're going to do marketing, then understand it's gonna have to be an investment in building your brand. Now, if you want to be a small business that just waits for referrals and word of mouth, that's a different story. But if you want to do marketing, you got to choose branding or you got to choose direct response. So let's talk about direct response. This is much more tactical. It's much more concerned with playing on people's natural emotions and hormones and causing reactions. So, you know, you're using specific tactics, and it's usually only going to work for low-hanging fruit. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that if you think of, obviously, we've all heard the analogy, a funnel, right? If it's a funnel, up at the top is everyone, at the bottom is people that are very close to making a purchasing decision. Typically, direct response is only going to work more to that 1 to 3% of your market that's like in the market for your good or your service, right? And that's not 100% true. You can pull from some of those other groups, people up higher in the funnel, and pull them down, but it's much harder to do. And the reality is it's typically only going to that first group. So what does that mean? It means your market's much smaller. It means that if you have a 100,000 person marketplace, you're actually only advertising to 1,000 to 3,000 people that are actually going to be potential customers, which means it's going to be a limited time run for that particular promotion. So it's always going to have some sort of a promotional aspect to it, right? So half off this weekend only, or buy one, get one free, or new patient special. You need to use something like that. And what I encourage you guys to do, because we always get pushback from this from clients, like, well, I don't want to cheapen my brand, I don't want to cheapen my services, I know how valuable I am. The reality is nobody else knows how valuable you are. It doesn't matter what you know, it matters what other people know about you. So if you don't want to offer promotions, start investing in building a brand, or just wait for your business to slowly grow if that happens, or just go out of business because you're not advertising. Those are kind of your choices. But if you're gonna offer a promotion, the bottom line is, what I encourage you to think about is, how do you shop for things, right? If you're shopping for something, let's talk chiropractic. If you maybe have had a back issue, or you're more health conscious and you're thinking, maybe I want to look into some alternative methods of health, and maybe I should go see a chiropractor. If someone's thinking that way, and you got to think of it from their perspective, they aren't just automatically going to know, like, and trust you, are they? When you're shopping for something that's going to cost you multiple thousands of dollars, like in the case of a long-term care plan with a chiropractor, are you just going to see a Facebook ad and say, "Yep, I want that person. I'm going to go pay them for their services. I'm in. I'm sold"? No, that's just not the way it works. You're going to research that person. You're going to watch videos about them. You're going to see who they say they are. You're going to read reviews about them. And then you're going to make a decision to go see them. Now, it works the same way with the people that you're advertising to. They want to know who you are. That's your brand. The way you overcome the lack of having a brand is offer a really aggressive special. Offer a really aggressive promotion so that the person says, you know what, I don't know anything about them, but that is an offer I can't refuse. That's just too good of an offer. I'm going to try it. That's how you win in this game, is by making an amazing offer. So that's how you get customers in your door quickly today. It's less expensive than investing in world-class video, promotional stuff like that, right? So hopefully that clears some things up for you. The important thing is understanding, who do you want to be? It's my argument that for most small businesses, and most businesses in general, period, they should be doing both of these. They should be, if they're new and they really need the cash flow, they should be doing 80% this and 20% that. If they're more established and they want to offer less incentives and promotions, then they should be doing 80% this and 20% that. That's the kind of mix that you need to think about. And if you're starting somewhere along in that journey, maybe you start out at 80% here, and then you start working your way up to where it's balanced, and then you get more and more towards brand. But the bottom line is that you can't have both at the same time without spending the money for one or the other, right? So you can't just run the magical Facebook ad that says, hey, come pay me full price for my services, even though you don't know me, even though you don't trust me, and have 100 people show up to your business the next day. Hopefully that clears it up. Hopefully you understand where you want to go with your marketing, and hopefully you're a little bit more educated now. Have a great day.